All right. Thanks, and I sincerely welcome everyone to this wonderful leaders meeting where our eyes will be open, and by divine wisdom and by the power of God, our life will never remain the same again. Everything holding us down today, knowledge is going to break them. Oedeko has always said something. No, there's no island anywhere. There's no challenge anywhere. Every man's island is his ignorance. If you are poor, it's because you don't know how to get rich. If you are sick, it's because you don't know how to get well. If you are illiterate, it's because you don't know how to get educated. So there is no, every man's mountain is in ignorance. That's what it is. So I believe we're going to get information today that will take us to the next step of our financial evolution. So why are you not rich yet? Why are you not rich? We'll see the reason. And I believe I might not be 100% right, and this might not be all the reason, this might not be all the answer, but I believe this answer we're going to get today is going to help us. So the first question I'm going to ask you today is, where are your men? Where are your men? Where are your men? Where are your men? You see, one of the prayer they pray for people when they get married, you say your children surround your table. You have children that are your men. When you have good children, they become your men. They become your men. A pastor without members will hardly be rich. No matter the education, no matter the healing, no matter what he does. But a pastor that's even illiterate, that cannot speak English, if he has members, if he has men, that pastor will be rich. The richest church in Nigeria is as a result of men. The Winners Church, the Redeemed Church, the Christ Embassy, that are the richest church in Nigeria, as a result of their population. The men that they have. That is why they are rich. That is why they are rich. If you are not rich today, it's because you don't have men. And we're going to look at it, starting from Reuben. All of us know the story of Reuben in the Bible. It's the first son of Jacob. How he was caught that Reuben cannot excel. That was the cause. That Reuben cannot excel. After he was caught, what happened to Reuben? Did he die? So how come he did not excel? That cause went to destroy something in Reuben's life. That was a revelation I got yesterday from a meeting I went to. And I took my time. Since morning, I've been studying Reuben. Since morning, I woke up today. It's Reuben I've been studying. When that curse was placed on Reuben, what happened to Reuben? That Reuben began to lack men. So without men, there's no way he can prosper. So Reuben could not prosper because he lacked men. The curse caused him not to have men. And if you go to Deuteronomy 33:6, where Reuben, the curse on Reuben was revoked by Moses. To let you understand that it was men that Reuben lacked. Look at the prayer Moses prayed for Reuben. He said, let Reuben live and not die, and let his men not be few. Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. After this meeting today, I want you to, after this meeting today, I want you to pray this prayer with Deuteronomy 33:6. God, let my men not be few. It's a prayer point for everyone on this call. After this meeting, let not my men be few. Let not my helpers be few. Let not my partners be few. It's a very important prayer. Once you have men, you are wealthy. I will see it starting from Jesus. Jesus and his mighty men. Jesus was God that came as a man. He could not succeed without men. He has to raise men, the 12 disciples. From there, that's how Christianity got to us. And we today that are preaching the gospel, that are winning souls, we are part of those disciples, those men Jesus have. That's why Christianity is a mighty army. Jesus has to start with men. Jesus has to raise men as God as he is. So know in the back of your mind, you cannot be anybody without men. Nobody will respect you without men. Countries are respect because of their population. Nigeria is the giant of Africa because of one reason, population. China is threatening America to take over the world power from America because of one reason, population. India economy has surpassed the economy of England. England is now the 5th biggest economy in the world. What is their driving force? Population. Men are power. No country wants to toy with Nigeria. Why? Because of our population. The time we add good governance to our population, you see what we can do. That's why when you go to a village or when we're growing up, a family that has so many boys, nobody fights with them. Because if family fight starts, we have what we call family fight when we're growing up. If family fight starts, that family will defeat you because they have men. So nobody threatens them. Once you play with their sister, you are in trouble. Once you know, see their sister, you give their sister a chance because if those men come out, so the strength of that family, we are their men. So Jesus has his mighty men, which are their disciples. For him to succeed, even as God, he needed men. Abraham and his mighty men. Abraham and his mighty men. Abraham's mighty men. Genesis 40:40 says, Abraham learned that Lot has been captured. So he called out his 318 trained men who has been born in his camp. And Abraham led the men and chased the enemy all the way to the town of Dan and was able to rescue his nephew, Lot. Abraham's nephew was kidnapped, Lot. Because Abraham had men that were born in his house, trained men like soldiers. He went to war to get back his nephew Lot. Isaac has mighty men. You know, we always read about Isaac digging the well. Who dug those wells? And Isaac servant, Isaac men. Listen, oh, not Isaac. Oh. It's your men that will make you rich. I hope you are getting the message already. It's your men that will make you rich. It's your, please, let nobody put on their mic again. William, please. It's your men that will make you rich. And Isaac servant, Isaac men, dig in the valley and found there a well of springs of water. Isaac, if your audio come up again, I'll remove you from this Zoom, please. If your audio come up again, I'll remove you from this Zoom. Sorry for that break in transmission. We're talking serious business here. I don't want any distraction, please. So Isaac men dig in the valley and found a well of springing water. And if you see, rowboat, Isaac called the well rowboat, and the Lord has given us room, and we will flourish in the land. We will flourish in the land. This is Isaac's testimony. But it was Isaac, that Isaac men. Isaac would not have dug this well. But every time we have been hearing, Isaac dug a well, Isaac dug a well. It was Isaac men that dug that well. It was Isaac men. Then David and his mighty men. We all know the story of David and his mighty men. when the men wanted to stone him, he prayed to God. God said, pursue, overtake, and recover all. Those men, David could not have become king. David could not have become mighty without those men. They are called David's mighty men. You can get the story for 2 Samuel 23, 8 to 12. I decided to show us biblical example so that we will know that it's not money that is holding us back. It's not anything that is holding us back, but men. Men. Henry Ford said, I will surround myself with men. Men. All the great men that have made money in the world, they're surrounding themselves with men. It was not the idea. It was ideas of men that they put together to become who they are today. The men who built America. This is a documentary. Go and look for it. I have it. It's like almost 12 hours to 24 hours documentary on the men who built America. So America that you want to run every day was built by 5 men. The America that you talk about today, the men who built America, was built by 5 men. And you can see their name on the screen. Collins, John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, J.P. Morgan, Henry Ford. So the names, their names are synonymous with innovation, big business, and the American dream. These leaders spark incredible advance in technology while struggling to consolidate their industry and rise to the top of the business world. The men who built America explain the connection between these iconic businessmen and the exploits, the way they shaped the country, transforming the US into a global superpower in just 50 years. 5 men transformed America to a global power in just 50 years. 5 men. 5 men. Nigeria is waiting for you. It is not presidents that built America. It was men that built America. Men. Until today, it's men that is building America. That was the Industrial Revolution. Those 5 men built America in the Industrial Revolution. Today, the Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, that they want to build America in this information age. The Steve Jobs, those are the men that are making America relevant. It's people that make a country relevant. It's not the government. It is men. Who know the person on this screen? If you know the name of the person on this screen, drop it on the chat box. If you know the person on this screen, drop the person on the chat box. Drop it. If you know the name of the man on this screen, drop it on the chat box. If you know the name, drop it. I'm waiting. Let's be fast about it. Today, this is leaders meeting. I need action. I don't want this time for action. When I say do something, do it so that we move with speed. Obi Kubana. Obi Kubana. All right. All right. Stop. Stop. When did you know about Obi Kubana? If you know about Obi Kubana after his mother's burial, before his mother's burial, if you know about Obi Kubana before his mother's burial, put a 222 for me. If you know Obi Kubana before his mother's burial, put a 222 for me. If you knew him before his mother's burial, because it was during that burial, his men, it was what his men did. I just want people that knew Obi Kubana, who Obi Kubana was before that burial. Because Obi Kubana became a national figure after that burial. After that burial, nobody that did not know about Obi Kubana. It was because of the burial it became famous. And what made it famous? Because of his men. Because of his men. Somebody brought a full trailer load of car. Somebody brought full trailer load of drinks. What is men? And the money the men sprayed that day, that's where you go. Everywhere, it was Obi Kubana. And today, Obi Kubana is one of the most popular celebrities in Nigeria because of his men. He has been rich before, but nobody knew him until his men roll out on that day of that burial. During his mother's burial, when men roll out today, just putting his picture without putting his name, people know him. But before that burial, Obi Kubana has been rich. That's why we have people that are richer than Obi Kubana in Nigeria, but we don't know them. If I put their picture here now, you will not know them. Obi Kubana did not become rich during his mother's burial. He has been rich. But because of his men, during his mother's burial, the world knew Obi Kubana. The world knew Obi Kubana. That's why I'm asking you again, where are your men? If Obi Kubana was rich before, he became super rich after the burial because he had fame, he had everything. He didn't only have money, he had both money and fame because of his men. Where are your men? Where are your men? How to become a millionaire in the next 90 days. How to become a millionaire in the next 90 days. Why did I create this? Why did I decide to create this challenge for myself? I want to speak to you about myself. Why did I create this challenge that I want to run in 90 days? One, I'm looking for men. I'm looking for men. There are pastors that preach more than David Oyedepo in this country, but nobody knows them because they don't have men. They don't have men. Nobody knows them. If you bring Oyedepo and you bring them, they will preach better than Oyedepo because nobody knows them because they don't have men. When you don't have men, your voice is not heard. When you don't have men. So the question is, how are we going to have men? How are we going to have men? That's the question I asked myself. When I got home from the training, with Chachima yesterday, during the official opening of Dynace Lekki office, when you open my eyes to see, say the only time you are not rich is because you don't have men. Once you have men, you will be rich. Your money, your wealth is in the hands of the men that you have. Who are your men? Who are your men? Take a list of paper today and write how many people can I call right now that can give me 100,000 naira as loan, not dash you. How many men do I have that I can call? Please, I need 100,000 naira now. That can tell me, send account number. If you don't have 5 like that, I'm not talking about 1 million, 100,000. If you don't have above 5 people that can give you 100,000 naira by tomorrow, if you cry out now, that means you need men. That means you need men. So I created this to create men. What is my game plan? If I run this 90 days challenge, even though it's with 20 people, even though it's with 10 people, let me say even 10 people follow me to run this 90 days plan. My goal is to run it with at least 10 persons. 10 to 20. Well, let's work with 10. And at the end of the 90 days, the 10 of them or 8 of them become multi-millionaires. If I document their testimony and I go online to want to do another 90-day challenge, and I can show you the testimony of the last 10 people that did it with me, and they have become multi-millionaires. You will see their testimony, their video testimony. Do you know how many people will be lying or begging me that they want to join my 90-day challenge? So that singular act of running this 90 days and succeeding will open the doors for men for me. I will not lack men again. Because men will hear the story and men will come and work with you. Ivy Gold, the popular networker, in that meeting yesterday, only him was writing Shatima email, applying. Sir, anytime you have a project again, I will want to work with you. It's not Chachima looking for him now. Chachima is not looking for networkers now to work with. It's networkers that are looking for him to work with him. Why? Because he has men. When you have men, you will not be begging, you will not be looking for people to work with. You will not be looking for two people. It's people that will be looking for you. So you see everybody will work with Odede. All of them are rich people now. Odede, where you there? That's the kind of call you'll be hearing. I want to work with you. I want to work because everybody wants where they will go and things will happen. So for you to have men, you must make things happen. Like I said, this is purely my opinion. Everybody listen to me. You can design your own the way it suits you, but this is my personal one, and I'm not imposing it on anybody. So you can do as it fits you. Why did I design that strategy? It's from Ecclesiastes 11:1-6, because everything I'm doing right now, I'm intentional and I'm doing it based on biblical backing. Based on biblical backing. And what is it saying? It says invest your money in foreign trade, and one of these days you'll make a profit. Put your investment in several places. That's my focus. Invest in foreign trade. Put your investment in several places. You can't put all your investment in one place, because isn't because you never know what kind of bad luck can happen to one or to two. So your investment must be in several places. That's why your investment must be. Let me start with a disclaimer. Anybody that wants to make profit must understand the word loss and risk. These three things are together: profit, loss, and risk. It's how best you can manage these three that will determine whether you'll be wealthy or not. When somebody tells you about a business, go home, calm down. Don't start jumping up and down. No. Go home, calm down. Let your inner spirit speak to you. Should I do it or should I not do it? So that whatever happens, you will not say it's Kelvin that put me through this. So go home and digest it, whether your mind will allow you to do it or not. Everybody has that inner spirit that speaks to us. Don't see money now, you are jumping. No. I'm showing this disclaimer. So you give everybody this disclaimer. Everybody that is coming to your organization, give them a disclaimer. If they make money, let them enjoy it. If they make a loss, let them learn from it. So tomorrow, nobody will say, now because of you, I lose money. Because if the person makes the money, they will not come and give you this money. So with the disclaimer aside, let's go on. So any business you want to do based on my recommendation, know you are doing it on your own risk. I've come up with 4 projects for my 90 days challenge. For my 90 days challenge, I've come out with 4 projects for my 90 days challenge. The first one is just Market Trinity Pro. I know a lot of us know that. The second one is AAS. A lot of us know AAS. AAS is African Arbitrage System, owned by our brother, Jesse Michael. And the second one, I know 90% will never know about it. It's called AGT, Arbitrage Global Trader. If you know about AAS and AGT are the same thing. They promise the same thing. It's just that their reward are different. Their referral is the same thing. It's just that what you earn every day, that's what they have differences. And I looked at AES, I look at AGT. I've studied AGT for 5 days now. AGT is everything AES lack. They have their auto compounding. Their system has not gone down since they came up on the 17th. Not AES. Anytime you want to log in, there will be challenge, but I believe they are growing. And I believe with the advent of AGT, AES will go and do their homework well and stop telling us stories, because a system has come to offer us exactly what AES is offering without any excuse, without any stress. So I call AGT AES on trial. So I'm not going to explain AGT for you. AGT is AES in another form. Now from India. AES from Nigeria, AGT is from India. That is the difference between the two. The two is arbitrage they deal on. The same arbitrage. That's what they deal on. And the last one is Dynace. And the last one is Dynace. If you look at the three of their own online business, in the world of online, anything can happen. We can wake up tomorrow and there's no Just Market Trinity Pro. We can wake up tomorrow, there's no AAS. We can wake up tomorrow, there's no AGT. Even before we sleep tonight, any of these three platforms can go out of line. Even before we sleep tonight, it's online. But I can tell you, with 98% assurity or 99.9% assurity, that we cannot wake up tomorrow and there will be no dinner. I want you to put that at the back of your mind. Dinner is offline, it's physical business. You cannot go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and there's no dinner. So, Just Market, Trinity Pro, AES, AGT. For me to invest my money in these three projects, I need an insurance cover. Every great business has insurance. They insure their warehouse, they insure their goods on transit. Warehouse bond does not consign them. The insurance company will pay, so they're always in business. But a local man, the market bond, that man can, some men have become poor today because market bond and their goods got bond because they did not insure their goods. So I've already explained everything about AES. I don't want to go into AGT. The only thing I want to do is just to show you how AGT works. AGT has 3 robots you can choose from. They have the 7.0. With the 7.0, you have a minimum startup capital of $50. But you must leave your money for 60 days before you can withdraw. And they pay you 5% daily compounding if you leave your money for 60 days. So you want a $100 put there in 60 days will give you $1,867. $1,000 put there in 60 days will give you $18,279. So the question you ask yourself now, can I risk my $1,000 to get $18,279 in 60 days? That is the question. That's the question you will answer by yourself. Their second boot is Atra 4.0. This one, the minimum capital you can start with this one is $20. This one, you leave your money for 15 days compounding, and they pay you 3.2%. But you can only start withdrawing after 15 days. They pay you 3.2%. And the last one is the 2.1, Atra 2.1. This one, you can try to compound, you can try not to compound. The minimum investment there is $10, and you can collect your profit every day. This one pays you 2.3% every day. This one pays you 2.3% every day. Then this is my insurance cover, because we want to take a risk. The next screenshot you will see will be risks that we want to take. Will be 90-day plan. Before we can take risk, we need an insurance cover. If anything go wrong in Trinity Pro, if anything go wrong with AAS, if anything go wrong with this, where will I fall back to? That is the insurance plan. That's where, for me, it's Dynace. You can choose your own. If you have a product network you are pushing, it can be your Dynace. But this is me. Dynace is my own. And with this Dynace plan, I believe if I push it for 90 days, if I push this plan for 90 days, the plan you see here is how to make 61 million in 1 year by you bringing 2. Those 2 bring their own 2. Those 2 bring their own 2. Doing that once every month, it takes you a whole month to get your 2. It took your own 2 a whole month to get their 2. It took those 4 a whole month to get their own 8. Doing it one month, it will take 1 year to earn 61 million. But me, just imagine, like I said, where are your men? In your 90 days plan, in your first month, you got 10 people. You got 10 men that want to work with you. You got 10 men. And you work with these 10 men in the second month. All of you again, go and bring 10 people. In the third month, all of you now, 110 persons or 120 persons, go and bring 10 people again. I said in 90 days, if you focus, instead of going for 2, you are running with 10 with your men. You are running with 10 with your men or 20 with your men, using online, using offline, using everything. That 90 days, you are going crazy. You are doing everything humanly possible to see that you complete these 8,192 people in 90 days. To get that in 90 days, is it easy? No. Let's assume we could not achieve that in 90 days. We achieved 50%. That's 30 million in 90 days. Let's assume we could not get 50% success. We got only 25%. That's 15 million in 90 days. Let's assume we could not even get 25%. We got only 12.5%. Only 12.5%. I will make 7 million. So, if as a leader, listen to me now. Ask yourself a simple question. How do I raise men? How do I raise men? Because I'm starting this in March. I'm preparing myself for this to start in March. How do I raise men? That in 90 days, I can be able to generate 7 million from here. That is your own math to go and plot. I'm plotting mine, and I believe you're a leader. That is what you need to go and plot also. So, the minimum investment for the 90 Days Millionaires Challenge is $1,200. $300 will be invested in each of these projects. $300 in Trinity Pro Just Market, $300 in AAS, $300 in AGT, and $300 in Dynace. That's $1,200. At $750 for $1, we have 900,000 naira. So that's the minimum you can invest in this project. That's the minimum. It doesn't have maximum, but that's the minimum you can invest. And I will show you the game plan. I will show you the game plan. If you put Trinity, if you look here now, these are the projects. Trinity Pro, AAS, AGT, Dynace. Risk high, risk high, risk high. Dynace, risk low. It's good as no risk. $300 invested here, $300 invested, $300 invested here. That's $1,200 total. That's 900,000 naira invested. Trinity Pro, I brought back down the return on investment to 2%. Just to see that we are sure of what we are doing, to 2%. AAS, from their 3.1% monthly, that's about 2.1% daily. But I decided to use 2%. AGT, I decided to go with start with the one for 15 days, the 4.0, the Atra 4.0, that pay 3.2%. That pay 3.2%. That's what I started with. Then let's see how the first 30 days we go. Let's see how the first 30 days we go. In the first 30 days, if you put $300 in Just Market Trinity Pro, you'll make $543. What we have in this bracket is the money that you will collect, $300. Collect it back, the $300 you invested at the end of 1 month. So our risk in this 90 days plan is for 30 days. So at the end of the first month, you collect your $300 and you leave your so $243 will be left. That $240, you will now invest it again in Just Market Trinity Pro. Now, for 60 days without touching it. For 60 days without touching it, that will give us $797, which is 589,780. So that's how we got that figure. Then for AAS, after the first 30 days, we'll still have 543. But in AAS, you cannot withdraw your capital. You can only withdraw your profit. So we withdraw our profit of $243. We withdraw our profit of $243 and leave the remaining $300 to run for 60 days. And we got $948. And multiplying by 740. So we have 728,160. That's what we got after 90 days. Then for AGT, with 3.2%, in 30 days, we got $771. $300 gave us $771. We took only $271. We took only $271. We took only $271 a year and reinvested $500 for 60 days. But this $500 now, when I invested it in 7.0, which is 5% a day, that gave us $9,339. You multiply it by 740, it will give us 6,910,860 naira. Why our Dynace, with $300 invested in Dynace, with our 90 days run, we were able to earn $1,200, which is $888,000. So in case anything happens to these three businesses, you can see that only Dynace has given us our full money back in these 90 days. So even though you are not in profit in the 90 days, but you know that the next month, Dynace will still bring more money and you can make profit. I'm confident to tell somebody to put $300 into Trinity Pro, to put $300 into AS, to put $300 into this, because Dynace will serve as an insurance for the person, because I don't want to invest and be afraid. So at the end of the day, with an investment of 900,000, that you will get almost 80% of the money back, or 60% of the money back, because 300, this is, let's say this is 600 plus That's 900. You have gotten above $900. Okay, we have gotten above $900 back at the end of 30 days. If there's no challenge in the first 30 days, we have gotten $900 back. It's only $300 that is at risk, which we are going to get from here. So if everything go together, just imagine the 3 work. Just imagine 2 work. But if everything go together as planned, after 90 days, we'll be talking about 9.1 million from an investment of $1,200 with insurance from Dynace. So the question now is, how many persons do you believe if you sell this thing to with education, we say no? If you sell this thing, that's why I took my time to explain it to you. How many people will you sell this thing that will say no? And you that is listening to me right now, where you go and raise $900, 900,000 naira, I don't know. Go and raise it. There's nothing to fear. If anything happens, Dynace will pay. I can tell you that. Dynace will pay. So the online will be running on its own while we will be working on the Dynace as leaders. While we'll be working on the Dynace to make sure that Dynace is able to raise us this money in 90 days. So this is the minimum plan. You can do 400, you can do 500, you can do 6600, you can do 7700, you can do 8800, you can do 9900, you can do 1000, you can do 2000, you can do 5000, depend on your risk appetite. But my proposed plan, what I am planning to do, because that's why my own is different. I don't hide what I'm doing for my people. That's the essence of this meeting. I can hide this and go and do it on my own. I don't want to be rich alone because that is not wealth. It's when I'm rich and I have men that are rich. That is when I'm really rich. That is why this is my own proposed plan. That's what I want to show to you now. This is my plan. This is what I want to do. My own is $1,000 I want to put. My own is $1,000 I want to put. It's $1,000 I want to invest. That's $3,000. That's $4,000. That's 3 million naira. That's what I want to invest. And based on the explanation, everything remains the same. It's just figures that are changing. That one was 1,000. And this one, at the end of the day, what we will get from this 3 million is about 26 million in 90 days, if anything does not happen. The worst that will happen is that I will get only 2.9 million naira back from Dynace. And if I build my Dynace business to give me 2.9 million in 90 days, the next month it will pay me more. It can still pay me even this 2.9 million again the next month. So that is it. That is it. So this is the plan. For somebody that says, I don't know how to refer, you go and talk to somebody now. The person say, I don't know how to refer. Look at the plan. Let me use this as an example. You invest 1,000 for the person in Just Market. You invest 1,000 for the person in AAS. You invest $1,000 for the person in AGT. Then in Dynace, you register the person as an airline, 340,000 naira pack. Then you will now register 4 people. You will now look for 4 people that are ready to work Dynace, that don't have money, and put in those men under that person. So those 4 people now are the ones you'll be running the 90-day plan with Dynace for. To build the Dynace. So as those people are building the Dynace, they are saving, they are doing the insurance for that person. So it's a win-win. So for those that want to refer with it, they can do it. For those that don't want to refer with it, they can do it. Dynace serves as insurance for everybody. So that person now is paying for this $1,000, 750,000, 300 and something thousand. We go for his own registration. Then the remaining 300 and something thousand, we go for to sponsor 4, 5, 6 people under him to build his Dynace business for him. Those people will be people that are ready to work. So any investor you are bringing, you are the one that will be responsible to look for those 4 people And so people are begging you every day. I want to return for dinner. I don't have money. Those are where those people will be taken care of. So this is the plan. This is the plan. I want to draw the curtain here. I don't want to talk too much. I want to open the house for questions and answers. So if you have any question, this is time to ask your question.